Hey, welcome back. I will show you my tutorial for a border. Sadly enough, I made it already and I had to pull it out because I made a massive error, but I blocked already. So all my yarn is curly furly whirly. But I made a mistake in the back border. I started in the corners and I started my first row like usual with a single crochet. But of course a border worked differently than overlaying mosaic in the round. So I will try to explain you better. What you do, you just start somewhere in the top in the middle. You just count. Look, all my stitches already pre-blocked, so everything is standing out, so I know exactly where to begin, but I will show you how to do. Sadly, I didn't have that yarn anymore, so I will continue with a lovely pink. And because I didn't have that gray, that pink or that red enough anymore because I blocked it, and it's really hard to use when it's so curled. So I start a new ball of yarn. It's a lovely pink. I love this one. I will start on the outside. Normally I start from the inside, but I have somewhere here must have those holders. Where are they? Of course, I put them somewhere. I never find them again, you know, in one of those boxes, those handy boxes you do your thing in. So I don't have it. So I will put it on top of these, but oh, that will not go well. I just pull it and see what I do. Oh, I'm so organized and not chaotic at all. So I'm glad you are here. I'm glad I saw my mistake. I will start with a simple putty. Oh, let me show you. Let me keep my hands in the middle. Let me put my work. Let me look at my camera. You can see the letters. It's me. So, and where shall I put my hands? Here, on top of the letters. So you see my work. So I should go a little bit forward because otherwise I go out of the center again. And it's so difficult to think and so on. So I made already a little loop. And, oh, very nice. Everything is already in order for me here. I wrote it this time on a little card for myself because I make too many mistakes otherwise. So my little card will be here in front of me so I can read it. It is round one. It's the setup. So you start anywhere in the middle. Let's do this one that sticks out so well. And you hold it tight. We start with a row of double crochets and we do the front loops only, you know, the front loop. Now with me the front loops are already there because I blocked it, made a mistake and ripped it out, but I want to give you this tutorial as soon as possible because I like you to know how I do a border, except not when I make mistakes. Okay, I'm already struggling a little bit. A border, I told you already, I did my main work with the 5 millimeters. I'm going a half millimeter down and I take a 4.5. So you go a crochet hook down. You keep some tension on your yarn, and I see here an ugly footsie on my thumb, which I pulled away now quickly, and you didn't see. Oh. And you can start with a standing crochet. Chain 2 or cherry is for me enough, and you start with your double crochets. The start of this work, just what you may have to make sure is it's 21 double crochets on all sides. So on the bottom, on the side and on the top. So we need to make 21. So you keep in mind, this is our first, so we count as 1, yarn over, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and be careful in the corners. I will show you why. 8, and I will stop now because I have to check if I have to start my corner already or I can continue. How you check if you need to do your corner? You just go through here and you see where you end. And you end exactly in the corner here, see? See? Exactly in the corner. So please, oh, I have to move my lamp a little bit so you will see more, and it shines almost in my eyes, but like this and that, there. You really see it, we're almost in the corner. We need a stitch higher here, so this is the corner, yeah? And we look at the back, and your corner starts here, there, this is your corner. So we can do another double crochet here. And so in total we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I write that down. If I can find a pen, I need to reach over, sorry about that. And of course I only find silver, that is handy. I have to say I end 9, so I will end with 21, 9, I have to do 12. Of course 12 more, see? So I wrote down, I did already 9, and 12 to do is 21 in total. So you have to keep that in mind when you do a border and you start somewhere in the middle and you don't know exactly where you are. Write it down. Okay, now we're going to do our corner, and a corner is, what is this corner? It's just a C but with double crochet. So we do a corner here with a double crochet. And because it's a double crochet, we don't chain 1, but we chain 2, otherwise it gets too stretchy, you know. And you turn your work. And what do you have to do now? Well, you have to pay attention, because we need to pick up the red here. That is the first corner, but when you do it here, you will see it, and you will see it especially when you have a different color. So you need to stay, and now it's difficult because I blocked already. You need to stay over this, see, over this gray. So you go in here, and then you see it only inside of the border and not of the back of your work at all. So this is the next stitch for my corner. I first do yarn over, otherwise I don't have a half double crochet, or don't have a double crochet. I go in here, I stay over that gray, and I will make sure I got that yarn a little bit nicer and not hooking somewhere behind there. And I do my next double crochet. And now it's more simple. You just pick up the collar each row by row, like I showed you in the front, and you will get for 21 double crochets. So we're going to make 21 double crochets, and it is not that hard, not even when you're not blocked it yet. So this is the corner, this is 1, and here we go. We have now the pink are odds and the reds are even. 2, make sure you stay above that gray. 3, see, I want to go through, I stay over here, here. I go under now, I noticed I need to stay here. So you go behind this one, look, you will see, you see my hook here, but you won't see it on the back. And then you can make different colors of back border. You can do whatever you want. But it's just, I don't want to show this color because it's a different color. And I pick up the reds with a double crochet, of course, and not with a single crochet. It would be handy if I keep that in mind. I had a weird day today, really. So weird when you notice that you write down the pattern what you already did, because sometimes I always pre-write my pattern, but I didn't think it's correctly true, and now I did. And this will be an easy border, I hope. I hope I am on the right stitch. And another double crochet, pick up those colors. Going to make a very surprising color combination here, but it's only for you to show the difference in colors, you know. So you see, I'm not using that gray stitch, I'm not going in that gray stitch, I won't do anything. I just go in and pick color by color, making sure it shows in the border and not through the border. just in the border. It's easy. You don't have, it's not that difficult. If you are a little bit lazy, or not lazy, or you think already my pattern is already too rich, or too busy, I don't want a pattern border, you can do this border easily at the front. But then I advise do a standing crochet, because that is so much nicer than just a few chains in the back. But it's what you want. Really going in the border. See, I'm really here and not through it. You won't see, I just wanted to say, you won't see any pink in the front. And I hope when I turn it around that you won't see any pink in the front. No. And we continue with our double crochets. It's an easy and simple border. I will show it to you all so you can already fast forward. You say, oh, I got this and I can do this. It's not that massive difficult, you know. Sometimes I myself think it's too difficult to do, and it's not when you're busy. When you do it, it's only double crochets and single crochets. Depends how you put your hook through and how you hold your work. And if you don't, and if you make a mistake, just rip it out, like I did. I just ripped it out. See, this is already blocked, as you see, and I noticed I made a mistake, and I didn't want to make another square trowel and front border again to make the back border. So I thought, well, why not? I can show you I make a mistake. I mean, nobody is a saint here. Nobody is perfect, especially me. And if you're a little bit creative, you're a little bit chaotic and in the hurry to show you how I do it, I can make a mistake, and I can chat on and chat on and chat on and chat on. But this is how you do it. This is the back border, or a simple front border, because you can do it at the front too in one color. Just make sure your corners are tight and you go down a hook size. And if you make a simple border, especially around these little squares, I am overdoing it a little bit now with that pattern in the front, but 2 rows of double crochets like that in the front and in the back, and 1 merging is enough. And then you don't have to merge with a half double crochet, but you can just simply merge with a single crochet. And you continue. I will count my stitches when I'm at the end. Oh, I am at the end already. Oh, that's a surprise. Now, let me see. I should have, without the corner, I should have 21. So we don't count this one. This is your corner, see? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yay! So now we start our corner again, which is a double crochet in the red. We take a little bit of the red, yarn through, and then chain 2, 1, 2, rotate your work 90 degrees clockwise or counterclockwise, and get some tension and get that first stitch, and always check where the corner is in the back. Sometimes you are tempted to take this stitch or this stitch. Simply press your crochet hook through, and you see, place it as well as you can in the corner. Now you see it's in the corner, and that is what you do. So this is here, and then you go back, and then I keep my, see, I kept my crochet hook here in, and then you go out a little bit and up, and you have your first loops. Now I have 2 loops, but I will keep them in mind. It's this part. I do 2 loops now, but it doesn't matter, 1 or 2 loops. This is my front, and this is my corner, see, and here, and 2 double crochets in the middle, so it doesn't stretch too much, because in the next round we do a corner with 2 double crochets at the end, and 2 at the beginning, and 2 in the middle. So, and we continue, and we do 21 double crochets. You can take only the front loop here or both loops, or if you have still 2 loops over, if you do half double crochet at the beginning. Set up 1, 2, 3. Oops. Let me post this lamp a little bit better like that. Now I lost my counting, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 20. And I hope I'm in the right spot now. 21. Yeah, I think I am. And now we're going to check again. The first corner is very important. You place it right. I think it is here somewhere. I see something gray. No, you get it out and you get it here. See, this is the corner. We go back and we see where we are with your work. Take it slowly out, and it's this we need to take, and we are exactly at the right spot. This will be our corner here. It's a little trick. Just use your hook to see where you should make the corner. It should be after 21, but just check to make sure. And we make a double crochet, 2 if you find it too fluffy. You can also do 1, but I think 1 will pull too much in those corners because it's a double crochet. Yarn over. We're going again in here to take the first red. See, the first red is here. And do your other double crochet for your corner, and then you rotate your work. And you do another 21 double crochets, starting with picking up that pink color. Well, my pink color, not yours. I don't know what colors you have. And make sure you are in the border and not behind it. There. Oh, and that was a single crochet and not a double. Need to do yarn over first. Muts. And I got my corner already. There it is, yes. And now I did a treble, which is not necessary. We try it again, 3 times scheepsrecht. Yarn over to pick up the red. It's easier when it's not blocked, really. It's this was already blocked yesterday, and then I thought, oh, and I just block it a simple way. I take 2 cotton thick towels, and this is acrylic, and then I put my iron on top of it, and I wet the towels, and it stays well. It stays well. It doesn't break the yarn. Of course, I don't do it on full heat, but like this, I got it really flat because it was really thick, the border, when I made my first tutorial, and now it's better. So it really flattens it and softens it too. Make sure where you put that stitch. See, don't want this hard pink in the front at all. It will be around at the end, and when you sew in your rows together, it will be there. See, and this is how you make a simple border. And you can make it with the pattern in the front. Without the pattern, I would suggest, if you make this without the pattern, do only 2 rows. 2 rows, you don't need 3 of the double crochets, you know. And that's more than sufficient to hide your little yarnies. And you can do a few colorful rounds. You can change your color in the next row. If you change color, I would start in the corner like you do normal mosaic, because that is a nice, I like to change in the corner. I don't like changing in the middle somewhere. I always have to write the stitches out and do a little bit calculation myself. Not that it's a big problem, but I prefer, when you do color change, to start in the corners. Let me check if the pink, no, look, the pink is not, hard pink is not shining through. Yay! We'll show it at the end, of course. There, I wonder where I am. And when you do a double crochet border like this, I won't take front or back loop for the next row. You take just the both loops. I will show it to you. You just take both loops. This is, by the way, a lovely color, this hard pink. But it fits nice with the gray and the reds, and it's really a pattern I give you for free to exercise and to do. And I think we are in our corner. I know, I'm not thinking, I'm sure we are in the corner already. So yes, this is the last thread. So this is the corner. So let's count our stitches. As you see, this is our corner here. So this doesn't count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yippee! Yay! But well, as you see, I can be very happy. And we can check again. This one we don't have to check, because you just take the last thread. See, for the corner. And then you chain 2. And now you need to find your first stitch, because sometimes you think it's this and sometimes you think it's that. So what you do again, you turn your work. Look where the hook comes through. See, kik, here I am, here. And you turn it back and you see immediately it was this stitch. Wow, yay! So this is your first stitch. So not these 2, but this one is your first stitch of your, or your last stitch of your corner. Not your first stitch, but the last stitch. Otherwise you get too many stitches and the pattern doesn't work anymore, especially with how you say, with a real pattern in it. And now I should do 12. Well, I hope I'm correct, otherwise I'm going to cry. 1, 2, I hope my little calculation is true. 3, 4. It's difficult with this yarn, especially when that other bowl of yarn is pulling. I'll throw it on the floor now, so the dog can play with it. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, that is a dog. Shoo, shoo. I lost counting because of the dog. The dog gets wild when he hears the postman or something. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. Never could train that out of him. 10, 10. Oh, and I think I made it correct. Yeah, 11. And the last one, 12. Look, here we are. Now we're going to merge in a very simple way. Pull my yarn, pull it through, you know. Pull it backwards. There, a little bit tighter. Not too tight, because this is my first double crochet. And you chain 1, 2, 3 for the next time. 1, 2, 3. Or just 1. If you don't find this nice, I can imagine you don't like this because it pulls a lot. Maybe I do only 2. Is it better to do 2? I don't think so. Yes, I think it's better to do 2. And I will go through the first top stitch. That's even better too here. Come here. So you do it differently. You go through the stitch and then pull it backwards. And then only 2 stitches, because otherwise it gets too fluffy, woolly. Look, this looks better. Yeah, way better, way better. Yeah, and now you do 1, 2 for the next, and you can start your next row. See? And it was okay. I did my 9 stitches first, and 12 were left over. So you have to do a little calculation if you do the next row. The next row I will do 10 stitches first. And this will be 13 perhaps. So we're going to do round 2 in the next one.